Waffles is having her first lesson standing tied. She's still not easy to halter. I can get the halter all on her really easily, and then I put that halter over it and slide the halter all off, and that seems to work. It's not ideal, but we'll get there. So she came up to the fence, and I have her tied where she can move around a little bit, but not anyway get hurt or tangled. So she's just standing. Good girl. And as she comes up, when she puts slack on that rope and stands somewhat quietly, I'm going to reward her. So she's going to kind of fidget around and see if she can get away. The thing with Waffles is initially she was really scared. I think she's still nervous, but I don't think she's scared anymore. She knows I'm not going to hurt her. I've never done anything nasty to her. So she also just has done what she wanted for the past however many years she's been alive. I think it's been the world according to Waffles. So she does need to learn some rules and boundaries. You can see that little ear pin there is when they're mad. I call it like a donkey cuss. They're pretty much, they pin their ears and flick their head, and they'll flick their tail too, and it's just like, I'm mad. So usually, good, yes. So she stood nicely there. She had slack on the rope. I'm going to approach, give her a small treat, and then back up away again, because I want to reward her for what I do want. I don't want to just make her stand here and fight with herself. So I reward the good behavior. And the first couple tied lessons are usually only about 2 to 5 minutes, depending on the donkey. And she'll just stand here patiently, hopefully. We'll see. So she's pooping. She's a little stressed. It's okay. It really is. But there's certain things I feel like donkeys just have to do. They have to have their feet done. They have to have vet care. They have to be brushed. They have to, fly spray, stuff like that. It's just stuff that has to be done. So sometimes the easiest way to do that is to tie them. You do it, make it as positive as possible, and then they realize, oh, this isn't going to kill me. It's not so bad. So standing tied is the foundation for that. Plus, it teaches her that she can't get away from pressure, because she does like to try to kind of bowl her way through things and out of things when you're getting the halter on her. So yes, good. So she stood and put some slack on that rope, so I'm going to give her a treat. Good girl. Good job. Again, we want to make it as positive of an experience as possible for her. And I like when they test the boundaries a little bit, because I want her to know, like, hey, I can't get away from this. If I pull my one of my tantrums, I'm still stuck here. Good girl, Waffles. And I'll give her some verbal. Good girl. Good girl, Waffles. Yes. Good job. Good girl. There you go. Good girl. And I'll gradually build in duration to where she's standing tied for up to a half hour or so, as long as she's in the shade and comfortable. But that just takes time. Where I was going to start with that, I'm going to start with about 5 minutes today, if that. And then I'll release her. It's been about 3.5 right now. And you always want to release these guys when there is slack in the rope, when they're standing politely, because that release is a reward. And so if I released her right now when she's putting pressure on that rope, she learns, hey, when I pull on this rope, I get released. So you want to wait for that split second where they're standing politely, and then you release. So she's going to try to turn herself around. She's going to get mad here in a second. This is usually about when they get mad. She's like, this is crap. I want to do what I want to do. I want to go free. Nope, you don't get to go free. And this is not bad. Some donkeys will rear, fling themselves around, try to tie themselves in knots. She's just kind of backing up and putting a little pressure on it. Good girl, yes. So she stopped. Good. There you go. Good job, Waffies. All right, and this is a good spot to release her. You're fine. Good girl. Now she's weird about stuff by her head. Come here. You're fine. I'm going to release you. I'm going to take the lace rope off, but you got to lift your head up first, you goober. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. You're free.